With its distinctive swimming pools in the upper deck, there's a look inside Everbank Stadium here in Duval County, Florida. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, and Charles kickoff moments away. Quickly, what are you watching in this one?
The offensive line for both teams, because both teams have a terrific pass rush. They've got to keep their passers upright. If they have a chance to do that, they can both thrive on offense and move the ball downfield.
Here's the former UCLA Bruin, Kaimi Fairbairn, to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. They defer to Brown to start the drive. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. Second down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop it well short.
And it's incomplete. They could not convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and this defense holds on the 19. We are just about 4 miles off the shore of Lake Erie at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. Brandon Gordon and Charles Davis with you from a broadcast perch. And Charles, as we get this thing started, what are you going to be keeping your eye on?
Special teams. Field position is always a big determiner in a ball game. Who sets their offense up for success the best, that team will win the game.
Kaimi Fairbairn set to kick off.
And we are underway in Buffalo. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Allen off the play fake. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. How about the defense there trying to set the tone on the very first play of the game?
Yeah, there's a little bit of a glow here tonight because they brought the heat right out of the gate. What a good job establishing a tone for this one.
So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early 2nd down and long. From the gun, it's Allen. That's to Mitchell out of the backfield. They'll give him 4 yards there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice short.
A loss of 3 on a sack made by multiple defenders.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have the Bills' 1st down, and that was something else. A big pickup on 4th and long to give him a new set of downs.
I'll tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. 4th down, this is taking a big risk. But it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense, just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a 1st down, but a big play as well.
To throw, it's Allen. Oh, that is incomplete.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that ball's incomplete.
2nd and 10. Allen. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Allen hit. He lost the football. And then there he goes left side. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Bills nothing. Fairbairn set to kick off.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he's He's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Here's Allen. Checks this one down. It's Mitchell. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. To the air. Allen. Man open. That's Terrell Owens. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Terrell Owens, 81 yards. And the Bills are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Quick throw there is incomplete. And that is one, no doubt, that may come back to haunt them because the PAT tied it. They didn't need to go for 2.
I keep searching for an explanation. I know it's quick right here. I think I can search for the next year and not come up with anything that absolutely works. Kick the point, man. Kick the point. I don't get it.
Cam Little to kick off.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Throwing, Mayfield. They'll dump it off complete to Lynch. Down the sideline he goes. Oh, a heck of a move. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards.
Where's the contain there? And yes, that's a question because that was just a simple drop-off. But he hits the Jets, and all of a sudden, the seas part in front of him. A huge result there to flip the field and what was a fairly innocuous play call.
Now Mayfield. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hawkinson. And down inside the 15 he goes. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a first down coming up. Mayfield looks to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it and now fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Mayfield off the play fake. Steps away. That's going to be caught. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, That's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. That's already the third time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the three.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think that...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Mark Andrews from 3 yards out. And the Jaguars are able to extend their lead. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6.
14, Bills 6. Kaimi Fairbairn set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that, Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Allen gonna throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
And you see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll try the middle with Lynch. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
He's got it. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
A 19-yard attempt.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding the 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill.
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by a Keller Witherspoon. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Next to score, Jaguars 24, Bills 6. Kaimi Fairbairn set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
Their own 27-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Hey, Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because my quarterback smoking the bandit look. They got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now Allen. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now Allen. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
They dump it off to Lynch. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Run.
Mayfield to throw it. This is caught by Evans. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down. Mayfield. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lynch. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's second down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left half, should be a fairly easy one here. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Cam Little to kick off.
The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Here's Mayfield. A short throw caught by Andrews. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
First down, the run with Lynch. And down to the 36-yard line. A good spot. Second and inches forthcoming.
Second and inches.
To throw, Mayfield. They'll check this down to Lynch, complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
And the Jaguars.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
From the 28, it's second and 5. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a third down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll run it. Here's Lynch. And he is going to have a Jags first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Mayfield now. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
We're in the third quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call the timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. For the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Kaimi Fairbairn set to kick off.
Fairbairn now, following the made field goal, he'll send this one away. And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you, as he'll be backed up to start this drive. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How does the head coach handle it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
Throw it out the window.
yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Here's Allen to throw it. He's going to let it go again. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play here for Buffalo. 41 yards.
That's good for Buffalo Bills. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Throwing now is Allen. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now Allen again. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. This offense was on the move. Now two straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Allen now looks to throw. And he will find T.O. That's complete. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Middle.
Now Allen, gotta have this one. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Allen to throw once more. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that's going to be incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. In motion left is Higgins. Allen. And that will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
One final try here for Allen. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. And again, it's Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
Round 80, alert!
Here's Allen. This will be caught just inside the 10. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
To the air, Allen. And that is incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try to throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. That's a gain of 6 on the first down run. Here's 2nd and 3.
At the 15-yard line.
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 54 yards.
And this has been the story all night long. They just came out firing and have not backed off, even with the big fourth-quarter lead. Here's another completion for big yardage.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. They go off the ball with Lynch. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. They'll keep pounding here with Lynch. Good footwork at the 30. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. Well, on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory. On the other, I mean, you think about
Naimi Fairbairn set to kick off.
About ready to get this one started. Naimi Fairbairn ready to kick it off. And off we go from Santa Clara. This is going to be taken in at the 3. We'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
At their own 22-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Play action now, and here's Allen. This one batted away. Good coverage there. It's incomplete. Troy Franklin, the intended target. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
What did he tell us in our production meeting this week, Mike? He takes such great pride in his coverage abilities, and after that play, it's pretty clear why.
2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
I like the aggressiveness early in the game, right out of the gate. Make the defense realize we are going to challenge you downfield, and what that does is it opens everything else up. Now, you got to hit a couple of these, and don't be surprised if they go back to a deep shot here pretty quickly.
He'll go right and find his running back, and he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Allen. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on 4th and wind up turning it over on down.
Coaches love to come out early in the game and establish a very aggressive approach. But I'm just not sure, Mike, if at this point in the game they needed to make this decision. I'm going to be very curious to see, does this come back later in the game to bite them?
Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Now it's 2nd and 1. From the gun, it's Mayfield. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down. They are set up with 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
They go play action with Mayfield. That is on. What a job on the scramble. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Jaguars. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This will be returned from the 6. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. Here's Allen now on 1st and 10. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
2nd down at the 24-yard line.
Send a man in motion right. Off the play fake. Here's Allen. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Over the middle and take it in. He's got it. 13 yards on that pass play. Good for a Bills first down.
And the Bills.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important. Like everybody stresses, we want to possess the ball. Give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. If you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Again, it's Allen to the air. He's got his tight end. That's Travis Kelce. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Oh, he's got a man. That's caught by Brown. And it will bring him down on the other side of midfield. First grab of the game for Brown. Good enough for a first down. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. And they're going to get to him and take him down. Taking back to the other side of midfield.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. What do the coaches say? Just play the next play. That's exactly what they did.
And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. And now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Allen to throw on 3rd and long. That's going to be incomplete. And they'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
And in motion is Brown. Here we go on 4th down with Allen. That is hot down the field. He's got it. He's going to have the Bills first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long. On display, rambling through tacklers for a gain of 8 yards.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets back.
They have converted twice on 3rd down on this drive, and they need a yard here with 3rd and 1. He's got the first down and more than that. And he's in! Tyreek Hill. Touchdown, Buffalo. Allen leading the Bills to the line for this 2-point try.
The Bills are running.
Hill looks to throw. And he will get in. And they take the lead by 1 on top 8-7.
Jaguars 7.
So out is Coop. He'll kick this one away after the touchdown. A return now from the 4. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Mayfield to throw it here on first down. He'll get this into the hands of his running back. He'll be out of bounds. Decent pickup of 5 on first down. So, from the 25, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. Left side, caught by Andrews. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
A gain of 22 yards. Move those chains. That's good.
2 minutes to play in a tight one-point game in this first half. Greg and I back with you from Santa Clara in a moment. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Out of the pistol, it's Mayfield. Right back to Andrews. He's got another one. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here comes 2nd and 4. Up the middle they go. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Jacksonville.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Mayfield working from the pistol. He's got it at the 7, and he's into the end zone. Mark Andrews, touchdown Jacksonville. That is 2nd touchdown tonight. Fairbairn able to add the extra point, and the Jaguars take a 14-8 lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Now return coming from the 7. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. Play action. Here's Allen. On the run to the right. Now he'll run it. And it'll be forced out of bounds. Just a couple of yards short of the first down. That's a pickup for 8.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on first down.
And that'll give him the first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3. Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. Trying to get away, but he will not. They finally run him down.
Anytime a quarterback is sacked, everyone loves to blame the offensive line, but I think this sack, Mike, is every bit as much on the quarterback as it is the O-line. They gave him more than enough time to get that ball out of his hand, and he simply just holds on too long.
They'll go play action here with Allen. He's going to look for the home run ball. A big play at a critical juncture in this game. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. First and 10 now from the 36. Here's Allen. Short pass taken in by Kelsey. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. Good work after the catch. They gain 19 yards and a first down.
First and 10 at the 60.
They do a really nice job of picking up the pressure, and that's what allows him to have the time to go through his entire progression. He sees his check down wide open, gets the ball into his hands, and he does the rest.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
Second and 10.
All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime.
That is caught. Fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the first down.
First down. First down.
He'll try to run this one in. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Bills. Koo able to add the extra point. And the Bills will go up by a point here in the second quarter.
Jaguars 14.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in that landing zone, the ball only comes out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. On play action, Mayfield moving to his left. He's going to keep it himself. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And fortunately, one of his teammates there to save him. They'll wind up getting enough to pick up the first down. Certainly a tightly contested first half, and you'd expect more of that here in the second half. A one-point game as quarter three begins. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Baker. There's the veteran tight end, Andrews. He's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. A gain there of 27 yards. Set to go now on first and 10. From the gun, it's Mayfield. He'll go underneath here. The running back out of the backfield.
All right, so there's really three areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel. Number one, the traditional handoffs. Number two, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable in the backfield in the passing.
And he'll bring this inside the 15. That's good enough for the first down.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
To throw is Mayfield. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he's in. Touchdown, Jaguars.
And this is just high-level quarterback play down here in the red zone. The way they teach them their progressions, Mike, it's touchdown, check down. You don't want to take a sack. You certainly don't want to turn the ball over. He knows he has nothing down the field, nowhere to go to his receivers and tight ends. Check it down to your right. Let them do the rest after the catch, and it results in a touchdown.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They go play action now. Here's Allen. Pushed out to his right. He'll tuck it and take off.
So often the best pass defense is a good pass rush, and that's exactly what we saw here. The pass rush disrupted this play from the very start. The quarterback has all of his attention on the rushers rather than his receivers downfield. All he can manage to do is get back to the original line of scrimmage.
To the outside, catch made by Brown. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. A gain there of 15. First down, Buffalo.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Inside the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening. Here's Coop for the extra point. It's up and it's good. And the Bills have taken the lead by a point here in the third.
21. Youngway Coop set to kick off.
So out is Coop. He'll kick this one away after the touchdown. On the return is Chase Brown. Good return as he takes it across the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Brown will start on the ground. They'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. So, both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the third quarter. This is Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Now a run to begin the fourth quarter on first and 10. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
At the 47-yard line. Brings up second down.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second down and 5. To throw is Mayfield. He'll go right and find his running back. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. A pickup there of 13. That's good for a Jaguar. First down.
First and 10 at
And
the
this is a
40-yard
tricky
line.
part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
He'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. Brings up second down.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports. After this, they come up for second and 2. They'll drop to throw. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's first and 10. The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. Here's first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. Now a timeout, Buffalo. They're second. And they'll get together prior to the second down play.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw. Cross, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go. Time now becoming a factor as we get to 3rd down. Now Mayfield. This one caught by the back out of the backfield. They get 14 yards and set up 1st and goal.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got it.
This is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. Today, the 3rd and final week of preseason action, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Green Bay Packers. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go from Lambeau. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led out by the 3rd overall selection back in 2018 from USC. It's Sam Darnold.
And I know that last year in 2024, New York Jets fans were watching him and said, that's the guy we thought we were going to get. But he found his groove in Minnesota, finished in the top 5 in passing yards and touchdowns last year. Now in Seattle, ready to prove that last season was no fluke.
First carry here for Kenneth Walker to 3rd. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
2nd and 10. To throw is Darnold. Flushed out right. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
That's an early scramble to be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Now Darnold. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Seahawks.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Rashawn Gary that time through the line and getting the tackle for loss.
That was well defense right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds it and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Darnold now to throw. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays and kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
Here's Darnold. This one goes underneath to Walker. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. It's a gain of 9, but it's also going to mean a punt here on their opening drive. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
Now in his 3rd season as the guy in Green Bay, and he's thrown for at least 25 touchdowns in each of the last 2 years. He and his team believe they are due for a deep playoff run as long as he stays healthy and is piloting the offense.
Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Ernest Jones, the linebacker, with a sack. What did we see there, partner? Was that a zone blitz?
I think you're right about that one, and very simply, that just means people blitzing that you don't expect and defensive linemen dropping back into coverage. It throws off the blocking assignments.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Yeah, that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
On 4th down, the Packers call on Daniel Whelan to punt. Here's Horton. We call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
The coaches stress their defense being physical. They don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Now he's loose at the 30. And finally down at the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Here's Walker. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now it's Darnold. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Darnold. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass.
Jason Myers on for the field goal. A 34-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good.